Hello, my name is Leah Lamb, and I am here to talk to you about my Patreon page, and really excited to talk to you about The Whale Dreamer. The Whale Dreamer is this story that came through when I was really at a time of listening deeply about what was my thread to weave into the greatest tapestry of our world right now. And as I listened, this story came through. And the story is about this young girl who's called to by the whales. And they're calling to her because they've been protecting something deep at the bottom of the ocean that is known as the dream of our future. And it needs to be surfaced, and it's time. And Kelly is what's called an amphibian, or actually she's the amphibian. There's only one on the planet at a time. And she is as much a citizen of the ocean as she is a citizen of land. And it's really her heroine's journey of what is it to feel the call, to answer a call, and it deals with some really big issues. One of the things that Kelly and May, who's this other fabulous character who I'm totally in love with. They're called passerbyers. You know, they have this capacity to actually be vortexes for animals that are going extinct. And so all these wild animals come into their lives as they're on their way out of the planet. And so we're dealing with, issues of the sixth mass extinction, but also through the beauty and wonder of what is it to be young and to be getting to be in contact with all these amazing wild animals. And we're also dealing with the state of the oceans. And the very real state of the oceans and the devastating impact of the oceans. And so I think as I created this book, I didn't know what it would be. I didn't know what it would be until I've been writing it, and in this expression, I've discovered that it's on one hand, a really beautiful story that has the capacity to hold us while facing the state of the world right now. And it does so in the mythic form of what a great story can do, where it gives you an opportunity to reflect, to look, to examine, but it doesn't drown you in information or statistics or facts. It gives you an opportunity to play. But hopefully, and the reason why it's taken a while to finish this book is because I really wanted it to be worthy. I wanted it to be so worthy of the readers that they would not only have more understanding of what's happening in the world and have a little bit of meaning making in the expression of it all, but also have an opportunity to walk down an engagement pathway to get involved with protecting and stewarding our planet. And so they've created these two amazing opportunities that's on our platform, on our web platform. If you read about an animal and you're like, oh my gosh, the leopard, I've always wanted to know more about the leopard. You can go onto our website and you can learn all about it. You can learn about the meaning that it has to the people that it lives with, and you can learn about the land that it lives on. But then you actually get to learn about the people who are actually protecting that land and protecting these animals, and you can find out how to actually get involved. Let's say that you read this book and you're like, oh my gosh, the ocean and the plastics, and I want to get involved. I want to protect our ocean. Well, we have an ocean engagement pathway, and that's a really cool thing. We've got 4 different things that we are recommending that our readers do, and I want to tell you more about that. But first, I also want to tell you about this other really cool component, which is that we know that one drop alone, I don't know, doesn't have that big of an impact, right? But one drop collected with a whole bunch of other drops makes an ocean, right? It's this amazing thing. And as someone that loves to believes in the power of civic engagement, I also believe in the power of being able to actually measure our influence, our collective influence. When we can actually see that together we're actually doing a lot, it becomes a lot more fun and a lot more inspiring. And so we're actually working on creating this kind of unique tool on our website so that we can actually measure all of our actions. We can actually see how much garbage we're taking out of the ocean and off the beaches. We can actually see how much plastic we are helping prevent getting into our waste stream. We can actually see if we're having an impact on sonar. And so that's a really cool component that I'm really excited to be developing. And then we also have young activist training programs, and we're actually about to get ready to start testing not only the book, but also our engagement campaign in classrooms. This is kind of wild and crazy and different. And so we've developed this action kit. And this action kit is something that a young person could actually take to their favorite restaurant or their favorite ice cream stand or favorite hot dog stand and go to the restaurant owner and say, hey, did you know that by making this purchase, you're having this kind of influence on the planet? And did you know about this really awesome solution? So it's a way to get young people involved in the issues, involved in their community, and involved in a bigger networking community about people who are really committing their lives to helping our planet, get I don't know, what do you say, get back on track? I don't know. We'll figure that one out later. That's a lot of information. So if you're still watching, wow, thank you. That's a long time. But it's a big project and there's a lot to say. And what I'm asking is if you're involved and you're excited by this, like, please join our Patreon world. You'll get to be along for the ride. I'll thank you in the book. You'll be invited to join a community that is doing house parties and bringing their communities together to really learn more about these kinds of issues in a really fun and delightful way that's also empowering and gets us engaged in really super concrete ways that can influence our communities. And if you have an idea that would be a really cool reward that I haven't thought of yet, by all means, please tell me, because this is a collaborative thing if I've ever seen one. And what I'm asking people to do is, like, don't think of coming onto Patreon forever, because hopefully we won't actually need you forever. Really, what we need you for right now is for the next 3 to 6 months to help us launch. And that's the biggest thing that could really help us right now. We've got a great small team that's forming, and a lot of opportunity and a really great moment in the world to be involved in a meaningful way that also brings a lot of joy and connection. And so ask me your questions, and I hope to hear from you soon, and have a great day. And I hope to see you on Patreon.